Hey guys, Bice Bump here, bringing you this Mythic Sarkareth Unholy Guide. Today we're taking a look at offensive, defensive usage, as well as tips and tricks to maximize your damage and survivability on this fight. Full disclosure before I start, I did not get a good log here. I'll go into why I believe that was the case. Hopefully it's not that I'm a bad player, you know. Anyway. I'll stop and start the video a couple times to make sure I get all the points. Before we actually go into this encounter, phase 1 has some very specific anti-magic shell usage. Essentially, you want to use anti-magic shell as much as possible to maximize the runic power gain, because the army cooldown reduction is really important here. If you're not, you know, pressing death call a lot, you will have issues with your second army not coming up for when you need it. So what we'll actually do is I'm going to pull with Outbreak and Anti-Magic Shell in the same kind of GCD, and then I'll use all my other cooldowns, so Army of Dead, so on will come here. The boss will be able to push back relatively quickly. We're going to use Death's Advance for that. That's also going to be around the point where we put down our second Death Decay, and you'll see me, when I do that, I'll put it really far ahead, right? There it comes down, because I know the boss is going to move a lot, so I want to put it down so I can move there, and putting it down that far means I have a bit more space to dodge these swirls and stay close to the boss, right? We know we have Unholy Aura. I do have a weak aura. You can see there it starts glowing if I'm too far away from the boss. We really don't want to end up dropping that when our gargle is doing like its thing. We've got the Serum Breath. This is second AMS. You can see I use that. It comes up exactly when you need it, so you immune to dots, right? This is this is a point where you would otherwise use like a proper defensive, but since we have AMS here, it's no problemo. Also, you know, since I pulled with AMS, I get AMS both at the start of the encounter. That guarantees me 4 death calls before I use Apocalypse Unholy Assault, by the way, and it means I have it up exactly for this point here. Next thing that happens is that we're going to all soak the lines. That's what I'm going to use an AMS and AMZ for. Another good opportunity to funnel some good runic power into death calls. We got that there. I'm going to put my AMZ on the ranged. I'm going to spam my death call here. You can see I got like 3 or 4 free ones there, which is really good. Boss is going to jump away soon. What we need to do here is use all our cooldowns just before it jumps, right? It doesn't matter that much with Unholy Assault and Apocalypse. No, sorry. It doesn't matter with Dark Transformation and Apocalypse, but Unholy Assault must be used. Here I'm just hitting the boss to get some runic power. Make sure I get more CDR. I usually go for 1 or 2 of the speed stacks, and then I go and we do that little stacking thing. Make sure we drop the bombs in the right place. And now we just do the mini game where we pick stuff up here. It's safe to use 1 charge of Death's Advance there, but we need to be careful about how we use them otherwise. Got the ad spawning. We're going to pop down a Death Decay to get some nice cleave. It doesn't really matter here. Like, you could probably do more ad damage here and get a better log, but we are here to do boss damage, so that's what really matters. You can tab Soul Reaper there for some efficient damage, but I'm primarily hitting the boss here. Next thing that happens is going to be a knockback. I'm going to use Death Advance and AMS for that. AMS is a nice opportunity to use here because there's no that much like damage you know will take in. And now I'm going to go down around 250. You might actually be running bombs here, right? So you might be one of the first person to run bombs. In that scenario, you will have to be much more adamant about using Death Call. Let's just pause there and have a look at the cooldown timings. So I'm downstairs, right? It's around the 3-minute mark. I have Army ready because I've been good at reducing their cooldown. I have Gargle as well. So the plan is to get 10 stacks, go up, immediately press Army and Gargle on the boss. You'll see I use the unit frame, so I target the boss immediately, press my Army and Gargle, because the buff lasts for 23 seconds. So if you use Gargle ASAP has come up, you're going to have the best kind of overlap there. If you're running bombs, this is going to look a little bit different to you. but it's going to be roughly the same. As I said, if you're running bombs, you have to be even better at pressing death call. Since I'm just doing this on my own, right? It is a big upgrade to go down, even though we lose like 15 seconds of boss uptime. The gain is just huge from getting a big gargle. Don't want to use a charge of Death Advance here to actually get there. The reason we don't do that is because we're going to use Death Advance here, right? Because there's a knockback right at that point. So we don't want to get knockback, so use Death Advance to avoid that. And now we're just tunneling the boss there. We use our double deafening case, just spamming death call, and just doing our best to murder that boss. So you can see I get a good gargle, 3.2 million. That is definitely the point I want to be at with that buff. Alright, our second AMZ here doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put it down on the raid. You can kind of use it a bit earlier. When did I use it? Oh yeah, that was earlier, sorry. Yeah, when we bait these. Run through, alright, we go downstairs. Gonna start picking up these haste buffs. Important to note, like, don't pick up the second big swirly too quickly, because you know you're gonna have to wait a little bit before you go up. And if you pick up the second one too early, right, it's actually gonna run out. There's a buff you get that's gonna run out, so you don't want to happen. Alright, Fatal Phase, immediately Dark Transformation Apocalypse. We're gonna pop down Deafening K here to get some haste as well as some nice cleave on the ads. Always, so we are gonna soak the black hole there using like a rogue and is it a paladin? It's only 3 people, right? They're gonna go on the right side of the boss, so it's important you stand on the left side so you have more space to dodge the swirlies. If you stand on the right side, you might dodge the swirl into the black hole, which we want to avoid. Alright, we stand there, nothing going on, we're just doing the knockback dodge, right? Next thing that happens, we're going to gateway away from the these infinite dresses, right? I have it, so I'm going to take gateway slightly later. I was really close though, like I took it, I was supposed to take it in the last 0.2 seconds. Took it a little bit too early, but it was fine, we didn't wipe. Alright, go down there, bait the rocks, go in, we use all our cooldowns, Unholy Assault, Dark Transformation Apocalypse. Another mistake here, I have in Palm Room Weapon macro with my Unholy Assault, which means I actually use that here, but you should be saving that for the final army and gargle, which we're going to use when we come back upstairs after we've done the soak. Here's one of the main reasons I didn't do that much damage, right? You will see now that when we do the final going downstairs, coming back up again, I am late. So first of all, we go down quite late, and I end up coming up late as well because I'm slow DK. So essentially, my final set of cooldowns, I don't get full value from them, right? One set more of Dark Transformation Apocalypse here, and then the final set of cooldowns will be used when we come back up. Alright, taking a look at my dot stacks, I have 2. I'm going to get 1 more for Black Hole, I'm going to 1 for Knockback, but I need to go and stand in the puddle here to actually get to 5, which I do there. I use Death Advance here to avoid the Knockback, which is what we want to do. Now we're looking to go down, right? Ideally, I would like to go down now, right? But we're going to take a while. We're going to go down here. Bam. Now I'm just looking to go to 10 stacks. Not the best spawn ever. And we are actually essentially going up right about now. So if we'd gone down like 5 seconds earlier, I would have managed to get to 10 stacks much quicker. Right, go up. All our cooldowns. You can see there I had 2 GCDs when I actually didn't press gargle, which wasn't great, and you'll see the boss dies when my gargle has like 10 seconds left or whatever, so not ideal. Right, that is Mythic Sarkareth for you. All the little tips, tricks, so on that you can use as a Unholy DK. Hopefully I will actually be able to kill this boss with a better log. I think I should actually go and farm my fragment. The thing is that since all your gargle windows are so buffed, it increases the value of fragment. So even though my Vial seems roughly the same. I probably should have gone Fragment here to get some more damage. Hopefully, right, that's useful for you to get all the timings down, right, all the AMS usage and so on. One note, here before we go down, I used AMS for the black hole. I think I should have used it when we were looking to go down with the 5 stacks. That's like a point where you want to use defensive. So IBF, Lichborn, right, potion and so on. That's the primary point of the fight where you will die due to damage. You're sitting at 5 stacks, right, everyone trying to go down. So make sure you have like everything you need to do that. Right. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video. Hopefully it's useful for you guys that are progressing for Mythic Sarkareth or are just looking to go into it. Leave a comment, let me know if you like this fight, if it's at all useful for me to do this kind of video. Upvote, downvote, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, bye bye.